Yes, good morning. Savva here from Football Heritage TV. How are we all doing? It's Tuesday morning. It's the last few days of the transfer deadline. I don't know about any of you. For me, I thought that yesterday's news about Pierre-Emile Højbjerg staying kind of nailed the coffin on any more movement happening this window. We're not a club to go out and spend money unless we're making money. And we've not sold. I thought we might have sold in this window a Sessegnon or a Højbjerg or a Lo Celso. I thought we might have tried to get some funds in from somewhere, and we didn't. We've kept hold of players to the point where they're about to run down their contracts, as always. And the only other signing it looked like we were going to make was going to be Antonio Nusa. Obviously, we'll talk about all of that. Yesterday, it looked like he was going to Brentford. Now it looks like he's got major injury concerns. I don't know about major injuries, but apparently something to do with a cartilage in his knee, and I don't know. But it looks like he won't be on the move. For me, I think that the window, it feels like it might have just kind of petered out a little bit. I thought it was really, really good start with getting Dragoshin in, and then after that, I think it's been a typical meh. People have a go at me. I don't care anymore. MEH, a bit of a meh window. Somebody said to me yesterday, they said, all I want is a player that's not scared to take their man on. And I thought to myself, yeah, not asking for too much. What else have we got going on today? Get your comments in. Please like, please subscribe. It is Dimitar Berbatov's birthday today. Big up. And what I would do to have Dimitar Berbatov in this team. I can't remember the last time we had a player of that sort of skill and quality in the Tottenham Hotspur team. What a footballer he was. Papa Sarr is coming home. Papa Sarr was knocked out yesterday. Senegal knocked out by the Ivory Coast 2-1. On penalties in the end. Ivory Coast scoring all 5 of theirs. Papa Sarr did score his, but the Ivory Coast knocked out Senegal. So Papa Sarr will be on his way back to Tottenham Hotspur. Yves Bissouma is playing this afternoon, I believe, at 5 p.m. UK time. He is playing for Mali. So we'll find out whether he'll be on his way home or if he'll be staying out there for another week or so. Højbjerg is staying. That was the news from yesterday. We knew Højbjerg was staying. And also, Sonny plays tonight. Sonny is playing tonight. So we could, by the end of tonight, have Sonny, Bissouma and Sarr all back, or just Papa Sarr, or 2 of the 3. So we'll see what happens there. You've got Premier League action tonight. There's lots of games going on tonight in the Premier League. If we have a look at what's going on tonight, we have got 5 games. You've got Nottingham Forest, who are playing Arsenal. Can Nottingham Forest grab something against the Gooners? Fulham are at home to Everton. Luton at home to Brighton. Crystal Palace at home to Sheffield United, and Aston Villa against Newcastle. And of course, Aston Villa very close to us in the league table. A win for them tonight will take them 6 points clear of us in that fight for 4th place. Same with Arsenal. So Arsenal Villa tonight could both go 6 points clear, or could open the door for Spurs only being 3 points behind with a game in hand, which will be played tomorrow night. So there's a lot going on today. On the back of that, there's Championship games, League One games, Scottish Premiership games. In the African Cup of Nations, you've got Mali versus Burkina Faso, and then you've got Morocco versus South Africa. So it's all happening in the world of football today. And then, of course, tomorrow, you've got Tottenham, Man City and Liverpool, the 3 of the top 5, all in action, all playing at home. I expect 3 wins right the way across the board. Let me know what you think on that. Man City at home to Burnley. I can't see anything other than a Man City win. Tottenham at home to Brentford. I can't see anything other than a Tottenham win in that game. And Liverpool versus Chelsea. I just think Liverpool are going to have too much goal power for Chelsea. So that could be 3 wins from 3 home teams there. I'm not the biggest betting man in the world, but if I was a betting man and I had loads of money, I'd be sticking it huge on those 3 home wins. Let's see who's in the chat. Then we'll get to some of the comments that I'm sure will build up on all of the things I've just said there. By the way, Roma, for anyone that cares, Roma have now played 2-1-2 without Jose Mourinho. In both those games, they have gone to a back 4 as opposed to Jose's back 5, and they're now only 1 point off of the top 4. Goes to show, doesn't it, how tight things are in football. Eddie, 24, said, afternoon, Savva. Yes, we need an extra signing, but we ain't getting one. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I really do agree with you. By the way, there's the link. Please subscribe if you haven't already, as we look to move away from close to the 13,000 mark. So thank you for everyone yesterday who helped me get there. JC has said at least a forward that is not scared to take on defenders. I was just saying, at least a forward that is not scared to take on defenders, to go past his man and scores goals like Sonny does. Also, preferably can play anywhere across the top. Yes, for me, I think that's vitally important that the next player we get isn't just quick, but actually has some ability with the ball at their feet. Something that Werner, Johnson, Brian Hill, something that these players don't. Richarlison, something they do not have at all. Leo has said, come on, you Spurs, big up to you. Channel member there. Another channel member in Mario 2012. Big up to you, brother. Has just said, good morning, Savva, and all in the chat. Remember to like and subscribe. Yes, please do remember to like. We've only got 51 likes. There's 175 of you in here at the moment. And let's smash that like and subscribe button, people. Big up to each and every one of you. William Webb says we need a good number 9 with pace and movement. You know what? I think the number 9's got to have. I don't disagree with you, but I think what the number 9 has got to have that we get in, that ability to hold the ball up. Richarlison is awful at it. Sonny, it's not really his game either. I think we need a centre forward that can hold the ball up, bring others into the game. Bit Kane-esque from the Premier League at the moment, a bit kind of Darwin Nunez-esque, Tony-esque. Those sort of players that can hold the ball up and bring others into the game. Chris Wood can even, I'm not saying buy Chris Wood, but those sort of players that can hold the ball up and bring others into the game. So thank you, William. Big up to Rob78. 1 second. Rob78 said, morning, Savva. Senegal knocked out. Sarr back earlier than expected. Great news for us. Yeah, I mean, look, I'll be honest. Yes, I want to get Sarr and Basuma back, but my biggest concern is Son. I don't think Sarr or Basuma solve anything to do with our ability to score or create. So I agree. I agree. Really looking forward to having them back. But for me, the biggest one is Sonny. That's the biggest one for me. Eddie has given the window a 5.5 just. Let me know in the chat what you think. Thank you, Eddie. Skur has said, what's up, Sav? Do you think news on Noosa and Brentford changes anything? Do you think we move for Gallagher? I think if you're going to move for a Conor Gallagher from Chelsea, where it's going to be a difficult transfer, you don't wait until the 30th of January, do you? Just my feelings, how long it takes Daniel Levy to get a deal done. Knowing us, we'll put a bid on the last day, like we did with who's the centre half that plays for them, Chalobah, and then say, "Oh well, we tried." I don't think anything will come of it. And yes, I do think Sarr will come straight into the lineup. I think he's got to. I think Lo Celso is very overrated. I think Skip and Højbjerg are really poor. And for me, Kulu, I don't know when Kulu is there. I don't think you'll be able to play him and Maddison in that 3. I think it will be too lightweight. I think you're going to need a Papa Sarr in there. Good morning to Mark Cook. Absolutely. Smash the likes and subscribe. Big up, Mark. We should be on 100 likes, Mark. We're only on 64. Really, really poor. Over 220 people in the house. Stanley Kusher said, we need to focus on a number 9 now that PH is staying. No point paying silly money for Gallagher. In my opinion, Sarr is on his way back anyhow. Listen, I agree. At some point, though, in the summer, you're going to have to get some homegrown players and you're going to have to fill out this squad. This squad in Europe would just fall apart. So I agree right now, but I think in the summer, we're going to have to. We're going to have to. Look at the number of players Liverpool have to cope with Europe. Look at the number of players and the injuries they've had, and they can cope. At the moment, we can't cope. Finn, Brazil, I said, slightly disappointing run for Senegal. Have to feel bad for Sarr, but there'll be many more opportunities. Yeah, he's only young. There'll be more opportunities for him. Yeah, I wasn't impressed with Senegal, really, if I'm brutally honest. But, hey, not my concern. Skirt said, question, Savva, would you take Morgan Whittaker? Listen, I really like Morgan Whittaker. Do I think he's what Tottenham should be going after? No, I don't. I think he's a really good winger. I think he should be definitely bottom half of the Premiership. I see that Lazio put in a bid for him. He scores goals. He's got a lovely left foot coming in off that right. But for me, again, I just think that we need to be going for that next level, don't we? That's every window, by the way. And what I mean is, I don't mean that we make a couple of Madisons, Vicarios, and Van der Vens, and then we call it off and go for Valises, Solomons, Brennan Johnsons. I mean, all the signings need to be at that level. Again, but is this the level you want to go for? Is this the level you really want to go for? Like, surely we've done this to death, haven't we? Surely. Why did we move into this new stadium? Surely it wasn't to keep buying young players from the Championship in the hope that they come good. Big up, Nige. Good morning to you. So morning, Savva in the chat at work, so trying to listen when I can. Big up, much love. Big up to you, Nige. Hope you're well. Taylor has said big up, Savva. Big up the chat and Savva. Big up to you, Taylor. Obviously a new channel member from yesterday. If anyone would like to be a channel member, just let me know. But the link to subscribe, which is free, is in the chat. Phil has said, good morning, Savva. Forget new signings. How about the ones we have signed performing better? Yes, but I think the problem you've got there is some of them just aren't capable of performing better. I think this is what we've got to remember. We've signed a lot of players. Our fans seem to think that everyone we sign will come good. And that's the problem. When you buy 50-50 players, they're not all going to come good. We've seen this down the line. Jack Clark, Ryan Sessegnon, Lamella, Brian Hill, Winks, Skip, Sissoko, and Kudu and G, Janssen, Bergwall, Lucas, you name it. The number of players we all think are going to come good. And I just can't see it, mate. Lots of these players aren't good enough. Morning, DJ M1. Good morning to you, my friend. Good morning to Arteta out of my club. Big up to you, bro. Hope you're well. Let me know what you think your score's going to be tonight. Away at Forest. Big game for you lot. Big game. We'll put the league table up in a minute, but if you lose that and Villa and Spurs both win, it's not looking good for you. And I think a defeat tonight for you lot, for me, completely knocks you out of any talk of a title race. Completely. Nige said, yeah, great news. Sarr is on his way back. He certainly is on his way back. I don't know when he'll be back, but I'm guessing it'll be 48, 72 hours. John Clark said, morning, Savva, just popping in to hit the like button for work. Have a great day all. Have a great day to you as well. No, not for me. Not for me. Another, again, not for me. Two in and out for me. I don't know. There's just something. Surely the players you want to bring in, we don't want anyone that's had a recent issue with anything at all. Puneet, I said, good morning to you, my friend. I hope you are well. Frederick Madsen, I said, we still have a problem selling players. We truly, truly do. We've got to sell some players. More than anything, Frederick, you've got to be bringing money in. If you want to spend money, you've got to be bringing some money in from selling assets. That's how life works, right? Good morning to Peter. Good morning to you, my friend. Hope you're well. Tony has said this may be controversial, but I would have liked to see Rashford on one wing. What do you think? Look, Rashford for me, he's another one on his day. On his day, for me, not consistent enough. Too much trouble the last couple of years. But is he better than anything we've got on the wing? Yes. How much would Man United charge? I don't know his contract situation. Let's have a look at Marcus Rashford's contract. So Marcus Rashford transfer market. Right, let's have a look. Homegrown. Here we go. So Marcus Rashford, accept and continue that. Yeah, Marcus Rashford, here we go. So his contract expires in 4 years, right? So imagine going to Man United, trying to take one of their homegrown players with 4 years left on his contract, 4.5 years left on his contract. They will ask extortionate money. I just can't see it. Good morning, Strasbourg Steve. Good morning, brother. Hope you are well. Paul has said fans are loving Levy because financial situation we're in. What's the point if it's not going to benefit the team? I agree. All these people waxing lyrical about, oh, look at the FFP. Look how good we are. All right. Go and capitalize. Go and capitalize on it. Go and put the money down on someone and say, there you go. We can do this now. You can't. At the moment, it's done us no favors at all, as far as I can see. Tony said, Savva, would love one more signing, but don't think it will happen. Yeah, I don't either. Maybe they'll shock us, but I just don't think so. A big up Taylor, something to do with a skin routine, and big up to you and your skin routine. Are you going to share it with everyone? Let us know. Big up to you, Taylor. Big up to you. Nigel said, Dimmy Berbatov, what a player. He made love to the football, watching him. Oh, mate, just different class of footballer. Look at the forwards in the Premier League now and then watch this guy. Oh, Nigel, how good was he? He was so good. Mazza said, big up, Savva, bro. I've had a nice 2-day break from YouTube content. I did hit likes on your videos, though. Listen, you're a legend. Yeah, we all need time away from the internet at times, man. We all need time away from the internet. Tony has said, just in from Jacob Steinberg, Tottenham are considering a move for Chelsea, this midfielder Conor Gallagher this week. Yeah, listen, this rumour won't go away, but surely we've left it very late unless there's some hush-hush conversations. Manny has said, Berber's dad had a dark past and scandals, proper the Sun newspaper stuff. Big up to you. Big up to you. Dented said, would you take Rashford? I just don't know how much he'd cost. Listen, again, good player, but too many issues for me, it seems. Peter Simon said, Savva, question, how much would Isak cost if he was willing to move? I reckon 100 million. I don't think Newcastle will get, they paid, what, 70? I can't see they're going to sell him for anything less than that. I really, really can't. Strasbourg, Steve, I said, I'm absolutely dreading tonight. Villa could make this ugly. Yeah, Villa have not been in scintillating form. Let's have a look. Villa, I mean, look, I say that. Villa have lost 1 in 5, drawn 2, 1-2. So Villa will need to grab a win to certainly keep up there with. Well, they'll go above Man City tonight if they win. But obviously, Man City will then have 2 games in hand. But yeah, look, you guys need a win, Steve, because now you've been dragged into the AFC Bournemouth Wolverhampton Wanderers part of the league rather than the Brighton, West Ham and Spurs part of the league. So big up to you, bro. Hope you're well. Daniel has said, big up, Savva. Our window, like half our squad, has been average. We always do things by half measures. I'll let you guys talk about that in the chat. Good morning to Kate. Hope you are well. Hope you're well. Thank you very much. Mazza said, why not make a move for Almiron? They need to sell and it's the perfect position. Do you think he's good enough? I'll be honest, I think we need better again, Mazza. I think we've got to get our expectations up on players. I don't think he's the one. Phil Masters said, Savvy, you've got to mention Spurs under-21s v Bristol City under-21s in the League Cup at 7 p.m. tonight. Yeah, so there you go. Watch that one as well. By the way, I'll be doing a live score show tonight at sorry, no, I won't. Let me have a look what time all the Premier League games are on. Tuesday, England Premier League. I'll be doing a live score show from 7:15 tonight. From 7:15 p.m. tonight, I'll be doing a live Premier League score show where we just talk football. All the scores coming in from across Europe. So please feel free to join me for that. Just seeing if my thumbnail guy's picked up my he's not picked up my thing yet. Okay. Savva, your prediction for the Brentford game? I think we should win 2-1 or 3-1. I don't think there's any excuses for this game. No excuse. I'm getting bored of the excuses now. There's no excuses. We should be beating Brentford. They're missing Sade, Vissa, and Buemo, Rico Henry. They're missing more players than we are. And we've got better players than they have to start with. So we've got to be winning that game. Lee Enigma 27 has said, question, Savva. I keep seeing people harping on about Gallagher and we keep getting linked. Given all think we need those type of players to take to the next level, is he it or a waste of money? For me, I think he's solving a homegrown problem. And for next year in Europe, you're going to need a lot of midfielders. You're going to need, look how many central midfielders Liverpool have got. Right, when you look at Liverpool this year, they've got Endo, Gravenberch, Soboslai, McAllister, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Thiago Alcantara, and Bastic. So they've got 8. They've got 8 central midfielders. That's to cover 4 competitions, and we'll have that next year. Listen, I think we need a lot. This is the thing. I don't think it's one thing we need, Lee. Like, I feel we need centre mids. I think we need attacking wingers. I think we need forwards. I think we need some fullbacks. I think we need one more centre half. There's a lot to do for when we get into Europe. And you've got to be forward thinking, forward planning, right? And by the way, thank you to everyone that has liked the show so far. 108 likes, 320 of you in here. So we've got just over a third. So let's get that to a half. Let's get that to 150 likes. And we've had 1 subscriber today. Let's get a couple more, shall we? The link is in the chat. I'm going to try and catch up with the chat now as well. I'm about 12 minutes behind. Where are we? Good morning to Daniel Bordon. Good morning to you. I hope you're well. Manny, do you know what I was sent yesterday, which I found really funny? Right, so I'm not on Twitter or X, whatever it's called. Some bloke who comes into here all the time, I think you guys probably know him. He's the guy that's always talking about Richie being better than Kane. It's not unknown, or it might be, but his name's changed. Has got a Twitter account, and all he does is talk about me and how I don't like Richarlison and think Kane's better. It's so strange. Like, so strange. But hey, that's life, right? That's life. We really do have some very funny people in the world. But yeah, he's obsessed with my opinion of Kane being better than Richarlison, which I don't know about you guys. I didn't even think that was controversial. I just thought that was common sense, isn't it? So yeah, he did unfortunately go into that bucket of being banned, but we'll see. I'm sure he'll pop up again with another name. There are so many people that I've had to ban because they just can't be sensible. And you just think, surely these can't all be adults, can they? They can't be. They literally can't be adults. I'm just seeing if I can find his name. It was really funny. It was like this Savva guy, and no one's responding to him on Twitter. Everyone is just ignoring him. He's talking to himself. It's absolutely mad. Absolutely mad. Hang on, where is it? I've even got a fake account of myself that I've blocked. I'm looking at blocked people. It's absolutely hilarious, people. Some of these names. Just loads of people. Anyway. So funny. Exposure channel. Johnny Yids, whoever that is. I Am Richard, Energy Man, Justin Montosami. Honestly, it's absolutely hilarious, some of the names that go on in this chat. But anyway, let's get back to some of the chat, shall we? Let's get back to some of the chat. I'm just going to do a little test for you all, right? I'm going to do a little test. I've just unblocked 2 people who are trolls, and I want to see how quickly they come in and abuse me. I just want a little test. One is called CFC Reaper. Okay, let's see how quickly this person comes in. This is how much of a troll these people are. I bet you by the end of the show, this guy, or the end of the next show, this guy comes in. We'll see. CFC Reaper. Yeah, it's like Big Boss Man was blocked when he was a horrible bloke as well. Right, let's get back to some of the chat, shall we? Let's get back to it. Let's go back to the dashboard. There we go. Oh, no. Okay. I don't know. I'll sort all that out in a minute. Yeah, absolutely. 315 of you in here. Smash that like button, people. 119 likes so far. 13,003 subscribers. Let's get that up. We've got to be driving that up, haven't we? Good morning to Stack Crow. Good morning to you. Evening, Savva. Get Kimmich in. I can't see it. Spurs don't do things like that. Raul, big up to you. I said, Savva, do you think there is something deeply wrong about the culture at Spurs? Even Poch managed to reach a final with a disjointed Chelsea. 17 years without a cup is embarrassing. Yeah, of course there's something disjointed at Spurs. I mean, I don't think we've got an ownership that care, that want to do it, that want to give enough. I really don't. I don't think we've got an ownership that want to do enough. As I said, in the summer, we started brilliantly, didn't we? Van der Ven, Maddison, Vicario. And then after that, it all started being free transfers, loans, Brennan Johnsons. There's no oomph to go the other side. But hey, yeah, never mind. Let's move on. Hang on. I agree with this. We don't always agree, spreading the work, but I do agree with this. Some fans suggesting we should make a revised offer of Anusa. What are these people drinking, sniffing? I completely agree with you. I do completely agree with you. James, I just don't know. We signed plenty of them, but none of them are ever good enough. Ricky Campbell, thank you so much. Ricky, tell the people to subscribe. Really appreciate that, my friend. Thank you for the nice words. I get the fraud. I'll set out my club. Said we're not in a title race. It will be a tough game. I think it will be a draw. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, isn't it, to see what to see what Nottingham Forest can do. They picked up some results under Nuno. You guys haven't been playing brilliantly. Did get the win last time against Palace. Fingers crossed Nottingham Forest can beat you tonight. But I think Arsenal will probably get the win, if I'm honest. Scooter Reacts said, evening, Savva. Looking forward to getting Sarr back. That'll be available for Brentford, but should be ready for Everton. Yeah, Sarr on his way back. We'll see later on whether Basuma and Son are on their way back as well. Good morning to Gons Football and Things. Good morning to you. Bill, big up. Good morning to you. It's a Bourbon, my favourite ever Spurs player. Listen, what a footballer he was. I'd love a player like that in our squad now. I would cry for a player like that in our squad. He's a top, just elegant. None of our forwards now can do the things he could do. Kate has said, in the paper, it looks like Virgil van Dijk might leave and other stars might follow with Klopp leaving. Yeah, going to be an interesting time at Liverpool. All eras come to an end, whether that be Klopp, Salah, Van Dijk. And that's where you'll see how good are the club at rebuilding. And I think that's probably where some of the Liverpool fans' concern might be. But, hey, they don't have to worry about that till the end of the season. Finn has said Isak is not going anywhere for a while as long as Newcastle stay top half. I mean, is that going to be enough to keep him if they don't make European football? Is that going to be what the player wants? Good morning to AJ. Said, good morning, Savva, you big, beautiful bastard. We started the window quickly, which lulled most into believing we were going to do something worthwhile, especially as we are the FFP kings. Disappointing. Yeah, listen, it's... I don't know why people ever think it's going to change. Look, I thought it was good that we moved early for Dragoshin. And since then, we've not done anything that's made me change my mind on the scouting, on the ownership, on anything. Werner being the only player that comes in after that is really, really disappointing. But I'm not surprised. It doesn't anger me anymore. This is who we are, AJ. You know, like people go, why are you angry? I'm not angry. I expect it. This is what I expect from the club. This is, we are the FFP kings, as people say. So go out there and flex your muscles. Go to Nottingham Forest and say, you're in trouble. We want Morgan Gibbs-White. I'm just chucking names out. Go to Everton. Say, you're in trouble. We want Branthwaite. Go to Newcastle. You're in trouble. We'll have Isak. Come on, something like that. But we don't, do we? Go and get Gordon or something. We just don't do it. We won't ever do it. Again, very short-sighted when you say we don't need Gallagher. Whether it's Gallagher or someone else, we've got to get more players in for next year. Højbjerg will be off. Lo Celso will be off. You've got to get more players in. We've got to stop thinking about the short term. You've got to get more players in. Also, a striker is more needed. We need a lot, Brem. We need a lot. We've got to get out of this 11 mindset. We've really got to get out of it. Been trying to help people get out of this mindset for years, and we're still so stuck in it. For me, you bring in a Gallagher so that you can get rid of Højbjerg and Lo Celso in the window. That's for me what you do. Gerson has said instead of young players from the Championship, there's a handful of gems from smaller leagues like Dutch or Portuguese with twice the talent and half the price. I completely agree with you. Come on, guys. Look, 13,003. Come on, we haven't moved since yesterday. Let's get a couple of subscribers, shall we? Let's smash that like button. Currently sitting on 132 likes. There's 358 of you inside the house. Let's just quickly go to Ricky Campbell. Big up Ricky Campbell has gifted 5 Football Heritage TV memberships. Big up to you, Ricky. I'm going to find out where they went. They have gone to Phil P, Gons Football and Things, Bob Down Under, Mrilanjit, and Jishnu Raju have all been gifted a membership by Ricky Campbell. That is very, very generous of you, Ricky. Thank you very much. If Ricky can gift 5 channel memberships, then 5 of you could subscribe. It's the least you could do, especially the ones who he gifted a membership to. So big up, Ricky. Thank you so much for being so kind. The Spurs Acolyte has just become a YouTube member as well. Big up to you, Spurs Acolyte. Thank you so much for your generosity. Really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. If anyone else would like to be a member, let me know. The easy way to do it is where you put in super chats. the little button there gives you an option. So please feel free to do that. Thank you so much to Ricky Campbell and to the Spurs Acolyte. And then a big thank you to Oryx Beats, who's come in and said, I don't want Gallagher anymore unless it's 40 million max. But we really do need a right winger. Hopefully a Jota alone or a Slav Olsen. Who can you think of? Look, again, I'll say the thing. The thing is, it's not just about one signing we need. It's not just about one signing. And we need homegrown. I feel like everyone is overlooking this. We've got to start bringing in homegrown footballers. We really, really do. I'd love a Skov Olsen. Jota looks like he's going to West Ham. I can't see that we're going to go and get Jota when we've just signed Timo Werner to play on the left. I can't see it at all, especially with Brian Hill staying at the club. Richarlison's still there, Sonny back. Again, we've not signed sensibly, and that's what happens. You leave yourself wide open with a lot of poor players. Look, that's all I'd say, Oryx, is we've got to get some British players in at some point. Everyone is overlooking this. We really do have to get British players in. Big up, Phil P. How you doing? It's good morning. Good morning at Savva and the chatty people. Richie think Kane is better than Richie. Yes, probably. Yeah, I mean, this died a long time ago, didn't it, Rob? The old Levy time. He managed to get that, didn't he, off the basis of the Van der Ven deal. And then we didn't see another one. So it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, what does this mean, Jishnu? A generational kind of midfielder. Listen, guys, listen, we've got to be realistic with this. Man United are not going to sell Kobe Mainu to Tottenham Hotspur. Right? They're not going to sell. Minerals General, who's this guy? Savva, why does Lee Gunner always rattle you? I just find the whole notion a bit boring now when people ask me about Lee. So good talk, but thank you for that. Stack Crow, I said, I've seen some fans crying that Yori's going West Ham. I don't think he's much better than Werner. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I know he's better on the ball. I don't know. AJ said we need at least 5 quality signings, bare minimum, if we're going to compete for trophies next season. And I mean quality. Players that are going to come in and push our starting 11. No more kids. As I said, yesterday, Stella and I were talking about this. I think we need 2 backups at fullback. I think we need another centre half. I think we're going to need a couple of centre mids, a couple of wingers and a forward. I think we need a lot. I think we need a lot of players, and a lot of Deadwood still needs to go. Ratish said, big up Savva. I think Spurs definitely need one more signing. Plus, have you seen Hassam's tirade on Ange and Spurs? He's the Liverpool version of... Yeah, listen, Hassam... Listen, there are good YouTubers like Hassam out there, but listen, you all know he's got a thing against Spurs. It's all for clicks and likes. It's why I can't do these sort of shows anymore. I can't do them. You concentrate on your own club is all I would say. Peter Simons, Ricky Campbell. I'll come back to that. Peter said, if we are rebuilding, why are we rushing and panicking about signings, people? Let's let Ange cook with these young players. Oh, no, Ricky. No, I mean, all I ever hear for years and years at this club is let's let this manager cook with young players. Read it with Redknapp, read it with Poch. We've got, at some point, you've got to buy quality. You've got to buy quality. What club? Why did we move to the new stadium if all we want to do is buy young players? I just don't understand it. Peter said, why do we keep buying forwards who have no history of scoring many goals? I don't know, mate. I honestly don't know. I really, really don't know. Yeah, sorry. I don't know, my friend. We just don't buy well enough up front, do we? We never have. We haven't for 9 years. It is what it is. Angus, good morning to you. It's a morning, Savva. Must-win game for us tonight. Yeah, you guys have got to win. You've got to win. But Shazball Steve thinks it's going to be a draw. Bren from Spurs. Yeah, dude, I'm starting to see a pattern here. Yeah, I'm starting to see a pattern. Not for me. I don't think he's deep. Name me 3 good things Brennan Johnson does with a football. I'll ask that question. Ryan, good morning to you, my friend. Hope you're well. Said morning, Savva. What do you think of the Kimmich deal to Tottenham? Where would you rate the signing if it did? I don't see it at all. I don't see it at all. I can't see it. It would be a great signing if it happened. I can't see Spurs. We don't have this sort of ambition. So I don't think it's going to happen. I really, really don't. Phil P said, would you prefer Ramsey over Gallagher? I think I would. I think the thing that people are missing with Conor Gallagher, yeah. The thing that people are missing with Conor Gallagher is he can play in the 6, the 8 and the 10, has the most tackles in Europe, the most dribbles, successful dribbles in Europe, has got the most shots off in Europe, the most interceptions, the most blocks. I think he's better than people give him credit for. And I think we're going into 4 competitions next year. You're gonna need diversity, and you're gonna need diversity. You're gonna need what's the word I'm looking for? You're gonna need consistency, availability. This is something this guy gives. I'd take him in a heartbeat. I'd love a Klinsmann, Mark. Unfortunately, those sort of players won't sign for Tottenham anymore. Kevin Kay has said, Savva, when you were rating Nunez because of his GA recently, why don't you do the same for Richarlison? Then both being effective should work both ways. GA doesn't make you a good player. So what's happened here, people, is unfortunately this troll always follows me around. This is not what I said at all. What I said was that Nunez has been effective. And I said that if you look at his goals and assists across 70, I think he's played 74 games, 75 games for Liverpool and something like 45, 46 goals and assists. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's over 50%. Richarlison doesn't have that. I don't think Richarlison is anywhere near as good or as dangerous as what Nunez does in a Liverpool shirt. So for me, when you're, this is where people take a sentence you say and completely flip it on its head. So again, this is why whenever I see Kevin Kay out the corner of my eye, I know he's just going to make up some nonsense. Richie, for me, I'm having Darwin Nunez over Richie all day, every day on a month of Sundays. I think Richarlison's an awful, awful footballer. But if Kevin Kay, if you rate players like that, then if you support Spurs, you have the Spurs you deserve, my friend. Yes, you do. Winning what? Why are we winning that window? What have we done? We've bought a sub-centre half. I give up. Beyond 72 said left to centre, but I just knew we'd get City early in the cup when we threw away the League Cup. Yeah, just remember all them people saying they didn't mind the draw and they wanted the draw and we can beat them. And then we got a footballing lesson. Bobby Andrews, good morning to you, my friend, has said, morning, Sav. I hope all is well, buddy. I've heard a rumour that we are after the Barca transfer for the so-called wonder kid, Lucas Bergvall. I'm not knocking it, but why are we after kids when we need men? Mate, it's kids after kids after kids after kids, isn't it? And everyone thinks that things are changing. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the oldest player we bought is Timo Werner, and we haven't even bought him. He's on loan. Angus has said Yotto going West Ham, it looks like. Yes, it does look like that, doesn't it? It does look like that. Thin Brazil said this might be a bit critical, but what if we got Frimpong in the summer and put Porro in midfield? Listen, Frimpong's going to have a lot of suitors. He's a very, very good player. If anyone's watched Frimpong, he is a machine. I really like that guy. I really, really do like him. Alex Scott, no, again, you need the next level. Need the next level now. We've got enough kids. You need the next level. Big up, Darius. Thank you very much. Yes, slowly but surely, hopefully we'll move towards 20, but there's no rush. There's no rush. We're just doing this for some fun. Philly has said, I love homegrown too, Savva. I'll give you 2. Eze and Morgan. Listen, I take these players as well. Mate, listen, the difference between Eze and Morgan Gibbs-White and Gallagher is going to be the price. I can tell you that right now. Stackrow said, Olsen would be great, I reckon. Bakayoko would be perfect, though. We'd basically have our own Doku. There's a lot of players, isn't there? There's a lot of players like that. Big up, Phil P. Finally a channel member. Big up to you, bro. Hope you are good. Daniel Harris has said, good old Spurs won the transfer window, kings of FFP, but still backed ourselves into a homegrown corner. We're also the shooting ourselves in the foot kings too. I don't know what winning a window means. I heard this a lot under Antonio Conte from Spurs fans. Then when Antonio Conte started losing a lot of games, they said he wasn't backed. I don't know. Which one is it? Did we win the window or we weren't backed? No, and I can't believe he would be 60 million either. He's British. He'll be a lot of money. He'll be a lot of money. Good day to you as well. Good day to you as well. Sorry, we're talking about why not Kobe Mainu. Is that what you were talking about? Let me know. And let me know. When you say things in the chat, if you could, I need to know context. I need to know who you're talking about, my friend. Kate has said, this scouting team want looking at. Same old Spurs. Why are they all still going for Gallagher? A late bid. We ain't getting him. I just think it's too late if you're going to go for a player like that. I think that sort of deal needs to be wrapped up much earlier in the window. Phil P said, would you sign Rashi? Blown hot and cold. Yeah, but because he's homegrown, Phil, how much are Man United going to ask for Marcus Rashford in the summer? He's got 4.5 years left on his contract. 4.5 years. I just can't see Spurs doing it. I'd rather the phrase let him cook die before we win a trophy. Look, I hate this let them cook. I really do think that people are trying to make Ange out to be some sort of messiah. I feel like the pressure being put on this man, just let him cook with kids. Listen, I hate to break it to you. You've got to mix the kids with the quality. You've really got to mix the kids with the quality. Don P has said, for me, we're just going to flirt with top 4 forever. It's very depressing. Well, we will if we don't change our stance. We will if we don't change our stance, for sure. Stanley Kush has said, Levy is happy with top 4 and buying cheap players. Of course he is. Of course he is. It's strange, though, isn't it? When you look at, he was happy to pay big money, relatively big money for Richarlison, Johnson, Ndombele, Sanchez. But then when you want a real bit of quality, we don't go and get it, like an Eze or an Elise, you know, that sort of thing. But, hey, I don't know. The Spurs acolyte said, it's actually Oryx Beats here, mate. Just made a Spurs channel. Big. Going to start with content sometime soon. I think one option for a homegrown winger is Illing Jr. Wow, listen, so good luck with the channel. Hope it all goes well for you, my man. Look, as far as Illing Jr. goes, again, it's just all youth, isn't it? It just feels like everyone we're mentioning is a kid. What happened to, thank you for the super chat, but what happened to us actually wanting to go and get some quality in? I don't know. Stack Row said Jota definitely dribbles well, takes on his defender. Just not convinced he'll do it in the Prem, but who knows? Well, look, let's see if he goes to West Ham. We'll be able to see what he looks like. And as I said yesterday, it's a shame West Ham have a better forward line than we do. That's embarrassing, but hey, it is what it is. Savva, I mean, we need to find a generational talent. Like, look, first of all, Jishnu, how do we know Kobe Mainoo's a generational talent? And what is a generational talent? We've got to stop doing this with young players. We've got to stop doing this with young players. It puts pressure on them, whether he plays for Spurs or not. So much pressure on. Angus said, apparently we've got to wait on a late fitness test on Declan Rice and Gabby, the centre-back. I'm praying. Listen, I'm praying they don't play. Shem Tanner said, 3 things good about Johnson. He runs fast, he runs forward, he runs back. I mean, he runs fast, but without the ball. Really good point. Talking with Sean about this yesterday. There are a lot of footballers that get called quick, but they're not quick with the ball. Ian Robben, Ryan Giggs, Ginola, Overmars, Conchelsius, these people, Eden Hazard, Gareth Bale, they were quick with the ball at their feet. The ball was glued to their feet. Brennan Johnson's quick off the ball. Werner's quick off the ball. Being quick and with the ball are 2 very different things. I mean, if you could say his stats are some of the best in Europe for a central midfielder this season. But, okay. Gallagher is an absolute workhorse. Don't understand the people who don't want him. Plus, it will annoy. Listen, I agree. I think Rob 78, I keep saying this, and it's like no one wants to acknowledge it, right? Keep saying this. We've got a problem with players being fit, available. This guy is always fit, always available, can play anywhere in midfield, is homegrown. We're going to be in 4 competitions next year. I think we need. I would take him all day long. All day long. We wouldn't have him, but then we praise people like the Celso and Skip and Højbjerg. Yes, that's why we built stadium. Brent from Spurs said there's a reason Ange bought him. He'll be crucial for the. I can't read. I can't. Ange ball. It just cringe. This Nunez causes issues and chaos in games. I don't understand. He's actually got very good stats for Liverpool. I think the problem was the transfer fee again, which wasn't his fault. So, you know, I mean, what is this just league? Are we looking at Minerals General? Are we looking at just league? If you actually look at what he's done in his career at Liverpool, here you go, I'll have a look. Where are we? Standings, they're top. Liverpool squad, Darwin Nunez. If you actually look at his career for Liverpool, in the Premier League, he's got 14 goal contributions in 20 games, and he's only started 12 of those games. That's bloody good. That's really, really good. In the Cups this year as well, in the domestic Cups, he's played 7 games and got 6 goal assists. In Europe, he's played 6 games and got 4 goal contributions. These are good stats. I don't understand the hate that he gets. I really, really don't. Is he a phenomenal goal scorer? No, he's not. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't, Minerals General, I don't get you. You've come in and tried to be one of those people and then telling me not to let them get me down. Yes, this is the reason we don't win things, though. This is the reason we don't win things. Dean has said, yeah, we need a signing, but a statement signing. So fed up with bringing in young players of potential. I don't want potential. I want us to be serious. Listen, we were both told, we were all told that the reason we moved to the new stadium was for that, was to take us to the next level so that we could buy better players, so that we could try and compete for trophies. And then we just don't do it. Yeah, Shemtan, absolutely. Basuma and Sun playing tonight. Hate to say it, but I hope they both lose so we get them back. Listen, we'll see. What will be with these, right? Philly 2109. So West Ham last 2 summer windows blew Spurs out of water. Well, they did with forward signings. Like Paqueta and Kudus. But we've had some good signings on other bits of the park, the other areas of the pitch. But look, for me, I've said it all along. If you're not going to buy top forwards, you're not going to win trophies. You're not. It's the reason Liverpool and City are better than everyone else. They've got forwards galore that score loads of goals, assists. We do get a trophy for that. It can go into the new shiny stadium. Apparently so. Apparently we did dodge an injury-prone bullet there. Richard Cleaver said, discussion. Do we think that Ange will feel he is being backed? Let me know in the chat. Do we think that Ange will feel he's being backed? And by the way, yeah, it's just been sent to me. The Mail, I don't know how much credence anyone wants to give to the Daily Mail, said Spurs are looking to hijack Barcelona's attempt to sign 8.5 million rated wonder kid Lucas Bergvall, who has already made his senior international debut for Sweden. I mean, I've not seen loads of this kid. I think I've seen him play once. Let's have a look at Lucas Bergvall. 17 years of age. I mean, that would sum up Tottenham Hotspur, wouldn't it? Strasbourg Steve said, talk about a statement signing. If anyone gets someone like Lamine Yamal or Warren Zaire-Emery in the door, now that's what Spurs should at least try to do. The theory of raiding FFP troubled clubs for players is great, but we did that up front and ended up with John. No, but listen, the theory is right there. The theory is bang on, but you've got to do it with the right players, right? You've got to do it with the right players. Again, Johnson, Richie, yeah. No, I'm not going. I will not be. I'm not back on that show. Listen, I told Saeed last week that I didn't want to do that anymore. I'm not doing. The only one you'll see me on is Straight Facts with Terry. Yeah, that's the only one that I'll be doing. Yes. Hang on, who's this? Sorry, I didn't know who that was. Okay. Big up to you as well. Big up to you. Yeah, no, sorry. No, look, listen, I can't debate when the argument is that everybody who doesn't win the league title fails. I just can't. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make it. It's not rational football discussion for me. Bored with this, has said a generational talent as a player has proven himself, not a player who's barely played 30. I know. Why we're getting a lot of trolls have suddenly started to appear. I don't know why. Big up, Sten. Thank you very much. I just wonder if the people like that do know that people who do YouTube have personal lives as well. And we have, we have feelings and we are human beings. I don't know what is wrong with these people. But good morning to you. Where are we? Let's see if we can get some. I'm being honest when I say I think Lo Celso has more final third quality than Gallagher. Yeah, but that's not Conor Gallagher's not just a final third player, is he? Conor Gallagher, he can play anywhere across the midfield. Homegrown, British. His engine is fantastic. The blocking, the tackling, the pressing. People talk about an Ange player. Surely that's an Ange player, isn't it? Thunder Road. I said, when is Manuel Solomon back from injury? I feel like Spurs supporters have forgotten about him. He caught fire at Fulham second half of the season. Yeah, when our players get injured, they seem to get really injured, don't they? They seem to be out for ages. Foggy Foam, big up, I said, spot on Savva. Love Ange, but his attacking signings are underwhelming. Speed is not normally needed because he plays against low blocks. Mostly need technical players. I agree. If you are going to get speed, it needs to be someone that's got something away from that as well. So I'm trying to get to as many comments as possible. There's a lot of people in the chat. Daniel said, Savva, if you're going to do well for the Hammers, do you think people are going to start questioning Ange for not bringing him in? No, I don't know. I don't know. For me, I'll be honest, I've been really underwhelmed with a lot of the forward signings that Ange has made. I've been underwhelmed with all of the forward signings Ange has made. Werner, Solomon. It's probably harsh to sound one with Solomon, but, this is a bloke that struggled to get in the Fulham team. Werner, Solomon, Valise, Kulu, and Brennan Johnson. They're the 5 forwards this manager has signed. And I just feel that they're not really an upgrade on when we had the Bergwines and the Lucases. I don't think they're an upgrade in any way, shape, or form. Stack Row said, I hope Mali and South Korea win. Laugh out loud. Top 4 isn't a trophy, so let's the Spurs lads win something somewhere at least. Oh, dearie me, dearie me. Left of centre. United winners do. Can you stop? You're asking a lot of personal questions. Just stop, right? Just stop. Everything is fine. Just leave me be. It's fine. Left of centre said, hi, Savva. Suggest the reason we haven't had a marquee signing is not Levy, not backing Ange, but the signing has to fit with Ange and the revamped team attitude. No, I'm sorry. There's always a reason why we don't. Always a reason. We didn't make any marquee signings under Jose and Conte, who are managers that love a marquee signing. No, I'm not. No, not for me. I'm sorry. Not for me. Legacy 11 has said, big up Savva. Do you think Newcastle can pinch some points on Villa at home? I don't know. To be honest, Villa need to bounce back. I think they've only won 1 in 4. I think they'll win tonight. If I'm honest. I think they'll win. Guy Dunn has said Lo Celso is good, but he is injured every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes. Yeah, he is. He's made of biscuits. He can't run either. He can't run. He's always injured. But by the way, big up. There's nearly 400 of you in here and 187 likes. This is appalling. Can we smash that like button, please, people? Can we actually smash that like button? And let's get some subscribers. We're currently on 13,006. I reckon we can get that to 13,015 by the end of the show. The link has just been put in the chat and pinned. DJ and one, it says straight facts and Terry in the same sentence must be a joke. Listen, it's his show, man. It's his show. Free for all said there's no reason whatsoever now why we can't go out and buy the very best within reason. Everything is in place. Look, free for all. Look, we've heard this for years, haven't we? We've heard this for years. There's always a reason why we don't sign top quality players. And then the fans always find the fans always find a reason to stop it. I mean, you're not telling me that Postecoglou doesn't want to sign top quality forwards. No one's telling me that Brennan Johnson is this guy's first choice. I just fail to believe it. William has said, you're a straight shooter, Sav. That's why I like your show. Big up, William. Yeah, not everyone does. I appreciate that. Conor Gallagher is Ollie Skip with a V8. When has Skip scored 8 goals and made 3 assists in a season? Yeah, I know, it's madness. Conor Gallagher's miles better than Ollie Skip. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Leah said, sorry, but I can't call Ange. Kulu and Ange signing. He came during Conte era, but paid at a later date. No. Ange Postecoglou has already admitted he had the chance to sign him or not, and he chose to sign him. He is an Ange signing. Absolute Ange signing. Guy, oh no, we're not going to do this again, are we? Look, forget the word marquee. You've got to buy some quality. You've got to buy quality signings. I love this. The argument to this is simple. Marquee signings don't always lift a team. Yeah, but look at Man City and Liverpool, the 2 teams that have been winning everything. Look at the players they've got. Oh, we've got to stop finding reasons why we don't do it, why we don't sign top players. Well, hang on. Everyone who was an Ange expert before he came in was saying, well, Ange does all his own scouting. Ange wants all his own players. Ange himself has said no player will come through without his say-so. So which one is it? Foggy Foam has said Solomon is a strange one because his attributes fit the system. Not sure on output. But yeah, need him fixed. He's better than Johnson. You're better than Johnson, Foggy Foam. I don't even know who you are. You're better than Brennan Johnson. Big up left to centre. Take care, my friend. Take care. But keep smashing that like button, people. Very, very tight today. We should be on 250, 300. We're only on 204. So smash that button. DJ M1 said, would Ange be tempted if Liverpool came calling? I can't see it happening. Unless he had a major fallout with Levy, I can't see it happening at all. I can't see it happening. I really, really can't. Yanis has said, I come here because I don't like what you say. Gives me perspective. Gives me because I don't like what you say. Okay. Well, big up. Thanks for coming anyway. Well, probably about 50 million because he's homegrown. It's the problem, right? The homegrown players cost money. Absolutely, Bill. Made of biscuits is the new finish his dinner. Listen, he is. He's made of biscuits, isn't he? I remember I used to go shopping with my mum, and right at the front by the till, they'd always have that bag. It was called broken biscuits, bag of broken biscuits. And I was always obsessed with them. Like, oh, let's get a bag of broken biscuits. It's just biscuits that have been broken, right? But Lo Celso just constantly injured. 5 years he's been at the club now. At what point do you cut your losses? Jishnu has said, we need a spine signing. I would like Boubacar Kamara at Spurs, top player, unsung hero of Villa. He's the reason why they maintain a balance. Yeah, but Villa are not going to sell him to us. Let's be fair, we're a Villa. Miggy has said, you don't rate Kulu. Kulu's okay, but not as a winger. If you listen to what I was saying, as a forward player, the wingers and the forwards, not good enough. Kulu, for me, not the other night he wasn't, but he's much better when he's in the number 10. He's much better in the number 10. But realistically, when Maddison's fit, where does he play? All of them, Angus. All of them. I think Spurs' wingers are really, really poor. They'll score some goals between now and the end of the season. Of course they will, because we're going to have enough games where we create enough chances. But I just don't think, Dented said just because he takes okay. So all right. So Ange. Okay. So Dented, does Ange get credit for Van der Ven, Vicario, and Maddison? If he doesn't get credit, if he doesn't take responsibility for the ones that don't work out, he can't take responsibility for the ones that do work out. Can't have it both ways. Nima said Ange has turned the line. The manager changes, but the pattern of players bought is the same. I agree. I agree with you. I do agree with you. I can't disagree with you more on this one, Rob. I don't know. Every time I ask people what Brennan Johnson does as a footballer, I don't know. Dude, what's the problem? Like, what is your problem? I don't know. What are we doing here? Listen, this show in the morning is for people that want to come in, talk about Tottenham, talk about transfers. and you're just coming in and just spouting loads of negativity. Just give it a rest, eh? Come on, give it a rest. We're trying to just have football chat here, and I don't know, you're being horrible. Just leave it, all right? One more chance. Sorry, I don't even know where we were now. The real N7 Yid has said this club should be able to afford players in the region of 40 to 60 million without haggling. Completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. We can afford it. We just don't do it. Peter said we signed Greaves, Chivers, Clive Allen, Berber, Klinsmann. What's happened? Yeah, now we get Timo Werners and people like it. That's what you do. Do we want sustainable success or one good season? We want sustainable success. That means you've got to constantly buy. Ricky, you're falling into that trap, aren't you? You're falling into that trap that if you buy the young players, they'll stay with you for years and years and you'll have success with them. When has that ever worked anywhere? I'll wait for you to tell me when that's worked. We should be buying quality every season, quality every window. I love this whole sustainable success or one good season because Ange came out with that line, didn't he, about winning trophies. But we look miles away from success, miles and miles and miles. Absolutely, Kate. Big up to you. Big up to you. Bill said, I don't rate Kulu, think he's woeful. I don't think he's woeful. I don't like him on the wing. I really, really don't like him on the wing. I don't think he's a winger at all. I think he's a good footballer, but just not on the wing. Guy, but you know, I don't get it though. I don't understand the argument against it though. If I'm being honest with you, I don't get it. Like when we're saying there's no guarantee, but there's more chance that they're going to work out than the players that aren't very good that we keep buying, right? Surely. Stanikush, it's madness, isn't it? I don't know why people can't just come and chat football. I don't know why they can't just come and chat football. Miggy, agree with your point on Kulu. Him and Madders can play together. No, they can't. They can't. Well, a midfield, if Maddison and Kulu both played in the midfield three, they'd get overrun. You've got to have a Basuma or a Højbjerg in there. You've got or a Sarr in there with them. Couldn't, mate. Mazza, I will add you as a mod. If anyone would like to be a moderator, let me know. But please keep it sensible. I just want to keep it sensible. I really enjoy the shows when everyone's just talking football. But every now and then you just get these people that come in from other channels. This is why I've left some of those other channels, because their chats are just full of nasty, nasty people. There you go. I've just made you a moderator, Mazza. Just made you a moderator. Sorry, where was I? William has said, Brennan Johnson always looks nervous. Need to show some mongrel. I just don't think he's that good. I don't know what anyone has scouted in him and gone, yeah, that's the guy that's going to take you to the next level. Yeah, no, Rob, I hear you. Sorry, I just read it. I was sort of reading something else half at the same time. Gary Soames said Man U was decent with three youngsters. Man U was decent with their youngsters. All right, that was a long time ago. By the way, Gary, you know when people say this about Man United's youngsters, I'll ask anyone in the chat who's of age. Anyone else remember who was in that Man United team that was winning things? Anyone remember who else was in it? People like Mark Hughes, Paul Ince, Roy Keane, Andre Kanchelskis, Pallister, Bruce, McClare. They had top players surrounding those kids. Top players. This whole notion, it was just the kids that won the league. Apparently the players they selected down to the stats and data now. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. It sort of worked at Man United. Sustainable success, I mean, the golden era. Yeah, the golden era, but they were also, again, they were adding players in like Rio Ferdinand, Jaap Stam, Patrice Evra. I mean, I just, Ruud van Nistelrooy went there. I could name players for fun, but yeah. Ian, JD, big up to you, my friend. Thank you so much for the super chat. I said we don't sign established players because it's not the club's business plan. Of course, which is why I don't think we're going to win many things anytime soon. You've got to add quality amongst with the youngsters. And at the moment, we just don't seem to be doing that. Sorry, I'm just adding a couple of people as mods here. Where are we? But look, Ian, look, I agree with you. I agree with you. That has always been the business plan. The whole reason we moved into the stadium, we were told it was one thing. We knew it was the other, and it is what it is. It's why I won't go. It's why I won't spend my money with Daniel Levy. This guy's back. I don't know what's going on. Big up, Lee. Listen, I don't know what you're trying to do, trying to create some sort of feud between me and Lee that doesn't exist. So I don't know what you're doing. Let's block you now because that's really, really, really pathetic. There you go, blocked. Daniel Wee, big up to you. Hope you're good, my man. I am good. Just hoping with 3 days of the window, 3 days till the window ends or closes, that we can do something. It would be absolutely great. I just can't see it. Dr. Tottenham has said, we'd love to see some marquee signings, but lowing Levy, we won't buy anyone noteworthy. Yeah, listen, I don't mind if all the signings are like a James Maddison level or a Van de Ven level. That's fine. They don't have to be marquee, but it's got to be better than Werner, Brennan Johnson, Solomon, Valise, Ashley Phillips. It's got to be better than that, surely, hasn't it? Dennis Irwin, McClare, Cantona, Keane. I know, right? You get my point. Liston has said Kulu and Maddison together in the middle should only be used as a desperation act when we're losing with 15 minutes left to play. Agreed completely. I can't imagine those two in a midfield three together would be enough. Absolutely. Yeah. Philly, again, more players. Irwin, Lee Sharp. Do you know what I mean? Kanchelskis, Ince, McClare, Hughes, Pallister, Bruce, Schmeichel, Parker. Like, you know what I mean? Just top players all over the park. Mazza, just keep it sensible. We don't want to block everyone for anything. Just when people are really real idiots. Bill has said Schmeichel, Irwin, Bruce, Pallister, Neville, Giggs, Keane, Scholes, Kanchelskis, Cole, Cantona, subs, Beckham, Neville, Butt, McClare. Not that many. Yeah, listen, look, when you looked at it, it was because Neville, Giggs, Scholes, Neville and Beckham came through at the same time, those 5 kids. But look at the majority of that first 11. Schmeichel, Irwin, Bruce, Pallister, Keane, Kanchelskis, Cole. I mean, look, top players, top players. Levy with a bevy said, having watched the youth the last few years, I can tell you Sunsop Bell is probably a better and more suited winger than Johnson, and he's not even one of the highest rated youths. Yeah. Listen, I can't keep talking on Brennan Johnson. It sounds like I've got an agenda. I just don't think he's good enough for Tottenham. Mazza, my schedule today, I'll be live at 7:15. We'll do a Premier League show tonight. All the Premier League games, 5 of them going on. There's games across Europe. There's African Cup of Nations games as well. So, Guy has said, still don't understand why we haven't terminated Ndombele's contract. Because it would cost, I think, if I'm not wrong, it would cost 15 million to terminate his contract at the moment. He's 10 million a year and he's got a year and a half left. Yeah. Listen, they bought Cantona of title winning leagues. Look, you look at the clubs that win things, they always drop in winners. They always drop in winners and top footballers. Spurs don't. We don't ever do it. AJ, big up, has said, I don't understand how people come in here complaining about Savva's too negative. You call us idiots. You should support someone else. It's Savva's channel. If you don't like it, stop watching. Bang on. Absolutely bang on. The real N7 years said, think Johnson a good player potential. I remember when Bale came, he didn't really impress. Can't disagree with you more. No one can tell me what this potential is. This is a guy that's nearly 23 years of age, and whenever he's put into a sentence with Gareth Bale, it's cringy. By the age of 23, Gareth Bale was ripping it up. Right? By the age of 23, Gareth Bale looked a grown man, beating players for fun, strong, quick, skillful, good in the air, great left foot, powerful. I don't see the connection between these two at all. You can't just take one player and then another player from another era and go, there you go. What's the similarity here? I'm still waiting. Anyone in the chat, please give me 3 things Brennan Johnson is good at. And pace is not a thing he's good at. Pace is something he has. 3 things he's good at football. No one, I've asked for weeks and weeks and months, and no one can say it. What he'll do, he'll score a tap-in probably against Brentford, and people will go, there you go, he's really, really good. I just don't see it. Hollywood Phil said, Sarr is on his way back. Yes, he is on his way back. John Curtin said, also, of course, is Ange believes he can get Brennan Johnson and others to play their part in the squad that wins. Not all will make it, but most will. I don't think the 2 you've just said there will make it. I don't think most of them will make it. I disagree with you. Sorry, not all will make it, but most will. I don't believe that's true. Legacy said, I don't rate Johnson, but I've noticed since he got that head knock, he backs out of challenges. I've just never rated him. Watched him at, Chris Sperrin said, Brennan Johnson is fantastic at cashing checks for absolutely F all. Listen, Johnson is like the Theo Walcott. He just got pace. I just don't know what he does. DJ One said they both got that natural athleticism, but Bale was producing more quality. Bale was a better footballer. I don't understand how I don't think Brennan Johnson does have that natural athleticism. He's quick. He's not powerful. He's not strong. He can't glide past players. I don't know. I don't know what we're watching. I don't know what we're watching. I really don't. Orox Beats, big up, bro. So surely we have the money for Eze and Gallagher for deadline day. Mate, that's not what we do. We don't spend that sort of money. You know we don't. Savva, who would you bring in to replace Klopp? If I was Liverpool, I would look at Alonso or the Girona manager. If I was Liverpool, Alonso or the Girona manager, possibly a Simeone. I don't know whether or not the Liverpool fans would like Simeone. I don't know. He's a winner. Hasn't won for a while, actually, but he's a winner. We'll see. Who would you want? Who would you want? You're a Liverpool fan. Let me know who you want. Bill said Bale was playing for Real Madrid by 24. I don't know, Bill. I don't know what. You know why their names get chucked in together? Because they're both Welsh. I've got no other. I mean, Gareth Bale was a different breed. Even when you watched Bale as a kid at Southampton, you could see he had something. You could see it. Not Johnson. AJ said, how many more seasons is it going to take for the realization setting that Johnson is a bang average player and that if he didn't have pace, which he rarely uses, nobody would sign him? I agree. If you don't believe that, you must believe Ange will fail. Right. Okay. This is one of them really, really poor attempts at trying to call me negative and that I don't like Postecoglou. First of all, what does fail mean, John? I'll tell you what, I'll answer this in a minute. You tell me, John, when I say believe he will fail, what does the description of failure look like for Ange at Tottenham? Let me know and then I'll answer. Big up Trigger 501. Hope you're well, my friend. Say good morning, Savva. Haven't been able to catch you live for ages. Hope you're well. I'm very well, thank you. I hope you are too. Chris has said Theo could finish though. Bale is 2 billion levels above Johnson. That's mental. I know it's mad. Bale was in the top 3 behind Ronaldo and Messi in his prime. Bale was bought for Spurs after being labelled a Southampton wonder kid alongside Walcott. Morning all to Tottenham 1963. Big up to you, my friend. Big up to you. Walcott levels above Brennan Johnson. Listen, I don't think Walcott for me was an average footballer as well. Just a quick, but better than Johnson, yes. Some reports saying Ange already decided not to sign Verma permanently. Has not been impressed so far. Fairly sure this is BS after 2 games. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's BS. I don't want us to sign him permanently. Again, levels. What do we want? Do we want to get better or not? Bale is like the inferior version of Johnson. Love that comment. Mourinho should replace Klopp. I can't see that happening in any way, shape or form. Chris, good morning, Savva. Sorry, just got on my man. Flat out working. Big up to you, Chris. You never have to apologise to me, brother. I hope you are well. Mazza said if he's quick, send him to the Olympics. Gary with the old, he's too defensive. Clearly someone who doesn't watch Atletico Madrid play football. They play some very good football. This whole defensive lark, Go and watch Atletico Madrid play football. They're a good team. They're a good team. Lee said, what the young players need is core of experienced players around them with quality. No excuse. The club has the finances. It's been lively in here today, isn't it? It's been lively inside the chat. With that being said, smash the like button. Let's get 2 or 3 more subscribers, people. Come on. Let's do that. Let's get some more likes, some more subscribers for the last 10 minutes. Leave you with a bevy. I said, Ange is quickly going to find out that his views on top-level professional footballers' talent levels being negligible is very wrong. Angus, yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't want either of them, though. But yes, yes. Bale was a left back, yeah, but you could see he had it. You could see he was a footballer. His touch, his control, his build, everything. Mazza, all day long, I get this all day long. Do you know what? I get WhatsApps during the day from people going, did you say this earlier? Someone said this. And what it is people go to other shows, say, Savva's just said this. And it's like, no, Savva didn't say that. But listen, you learn to live with it on YouTube. You learn to live with it. Revenite said, I'd say my top list is De Zerbi, just like his style of football, and he works under financial restrictions. I'd also take Amorim and Girona manager third. The Girona manager's done brilliant. But yeah, listen, De Zerbi, another name that's going to be flying around for sure. De Zerbi, going to be flying around. Everton's hearing set for next week. That'll be interesting. Spanner in the works said, we buy class acts like Mickey van der Ven and Maddison and also bring in the likes of Richarlison and Johnson. Our recruitment doesn't make sense. Yeah, even then, you think we got Mickey van der Ven because he's young and 22, and we got James Maddison because he had a year left on his contract and was relegated. We would never have bought James Maddison a year before when he was 70 million. That's the difference. Opportunistic, never proactive, reactive. Huge difference. James has said, we sell our best players to our rivals, but never buy our rivals' best players. We only seem to buy financial potential rather than top players in their prime. Completely agree with you. John has said, also, Savva, some players hit their peak early 20s, other late 20s. So we've bought Brennan Johnson to hit his peak when he's 27, 28, have we? So we're going to wait 5 years. I love it. Dude, it's all well and good, right? I don't understand, John. Do you have an answer, by the way? What did failure look like? You asked me if I think Ange is going to fail. What is failure for Ange at Spurs? Please tell me, John. Let me know, and then I can answer properly. Hustler said, afternoon, Savva, my bro. The Big Six said, yeah, they think if Liverpool come in for Ange that he would go. But I don't think he would. I don't think he'd go yet. I think he'd wait and see a couple of years to see what happens at Spurs, to how far down the line are we, to, you know, how serious we are about actually wanting to win anything. By the way, big up to Adam Hines, who's become a YouTube member as well. Big up to you, and thank you to the person that just subscribed. Adam, welcome to the Football Heritage TV family. Always appreciated when people become a channel member. I appreciate you parting with a couple of pounds a month for me. So thank you so much. That really, really is appreciated. And thank you. That's made me very happy this morning. Let me know in the chat, people, because that guy asked the question. Right, okay. John has said, if he improves each year, failure, I did answer. You believe you will not assemble a squad deep enough in class to win titles. Right, hang on. So basically, sorry, what you're saying here is if by the time Postecoglou has left Spurs, do I think it's failure if he doesn't win a title? Listen, I don't think he's going to be able to assemble a squad deep enough to win titles. No, I don't. I absolutely don't. Whether that's not all going to be on him, though, is it? That's the way the club is run. I think the problem is with this is you've used deep enough. It's not about just the squad being deep. It's got to be the quality in depth. You've got to have a quality in depth. So do I think he'll fail here? The same way Jose failed, if you want to call it that. Conte, Poch, Harry, yes, I think he will end up probably the same way from a title perspective. Can he nick a League Cup along the way? We'll see. We'll see. But at the moment, the club aren't acting in a way that makes me think, in a way that anything's going to be any different. Oh, this is a terrible Girona manager. The Girona manager. Do you know what? Go and look at the story behind the Girona manager and what he's done over the last 5 years, how he's got to where he's got to, what he's done for the club. It's just such a lazy take from someone that doesn't watch the Spanish league. When we're saying the Spanish league is very weak, didn't more Spanish teams make the Champions League knockout stages than the English league? What does that say for our league? I'd give Johnson a go as striker. I wouldn't. He can't score enough goals for me. But hey, each to their own. I just don't get it. We're doing it again, aren't we? We're signing average footballers and then trying. I'll ask this question to you all. If Brennan Johnson was signed by Arsenal or Chelsea, what would we all be saying right now? The Premier League this year is competitive. Is it? Man City and Liverpool will run away with it. We know they will. The real N7 said false success was winning. False success was winning, not always being second. Success for Spurs is winning the Premier. Simple as that. Listen, it depends what people want to say as success, right? For me, at some point, I don't expect us to win the league yet. Hang on, John, I'm confused. When I said this earlier, I was disagreed with. He said that he gets all the players in. Okay, so if we're going to say, does he fail at Spurs? I think every manager fails at Spurs under this ownership because they don't want to go the extra mile. But if he can bring in a couple of trophies, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Adam said, thank you, Savva. Hardest working man on YouTube. I can't subscribe again, so it's the best way to help out. Brilliant. Listen, thank you very much. I'm sure there are harder working people. I've stepped back a tiny bit. This guy's going on and on and on. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that you're either Scottish and support Celtic or you're Australian. Let me know if I'm wrong, John. You don't think he will assemble what he has told people he is responsible for? I don't think he'll be allowed to assemble a squad good enough to win the league title. No, I do not. Right, I'll ask the question in the chat. Does anyone think we will ever assemble a squad, not team, a squad good enough to win the league title? What do you think? Will he be allowed to assemble a squad good enough to win the league title? I'm asking that question at 11:28. 11:28. No. Trigger says yes. I mean, I just can't see it. Under Levy, no. No. So, I mean, look, at the moment, John, you see what I mean? This is... Will he be allowed to? I don't think he'll be allowed to. And would jump at the opportunity to join Liverpool. I don't think immediately would. I think if they came in for him like in the summer, I can't see why he would yet. People have got... It's very knee-jerk. It's very knee-jerk. Yes, no. So you think Daniel Levy, the people you want out, is going to change, Phil? Hang on, aren't you? Look at you've got the purple and gold. You go to the protests and you think Daniel Levy's going to let him have the deep enough squad. Too early to say, not for me. If Levy goes, I agree. If Levy goes, no chance, no. Yes. All of these people who seem to think Daniel Levy's going to change his ways. I love it. No chance. Yes. Squad, laugh out loud. We never assemble a proper 11. I agree. No, not under Levy. Yes, but not in my lifetime. What, under Ange, but not in your lifetime? Yes, only when Daniel Levy leaves. Not with Levy here. I'm expecting signings like Kvarado. Yeah, we're not going to get players like that. No, because you're like your neighbours down the road. Weak mentality and no ambition. Not with Levy. No. John has said, how is he not allowed to? He has always developed potential into winners. Oh, my, I can't. This guy, you're Australian, aren't you? You're Australian or a Celtic fan? Tell me, John, if I'm right. Are you Australian? Or I'll apologise if I'm not right, but I've got a feeling you are Australian who follows Ange around, or you're a Celtic fan. 20 plus years tells you no. Yeah, sorry, the fishing rod, I missed it. Sorry, Phil. I can't believe, Phil, the number of people that think he's going to change. No way. Klopp gone. Pep may go. Who knows? Already VD talking about leaving Liverpool. The league could shift. Listen, what are we doing here? What? And all of a sudden, Liverpool and City squads become terrible and they get really bad managers in. What are we doing here? Why this year has everything at Spurs changed that everyone suddenly thinks we're going to act differently? James said, no, very difficult to assemble a top squad unless you are paying big wages. Bang on. Players don't want to sit on the bench at Spurs. They would rather go City where they know where they'll get trophies. Listen, what makes me laugh about all of this, right, is we sign players like Timo Werner, Solomon, Brennan Johnson, right, Valise, right? And then people say things like, I really think we're going to buy a squad to win a league title. I just can't see it. I just really, really, really can't see it. Crossbones Gaming said, I'm an Aussie. Please don't jump John in with me. I fully understand what you're saying. Listen, not all Aussies, but you get my point. Crossbone, I know when my show finishes, all the comments that will come into my YouTube community later today is loads of people from Australia having a dig at me because they don't understand what I'm saying. Look, there's a difference between upskilling people in the other leagues and winning it and upskilling people in the Premier League. There's a reason why Man City and Liverpool have the squads they do. I just don't understand. I don't understand this football club at all. Liverpool is not an easy job to take. Loads of expectations and hard to match or maintain. Sure, but there's good managers out there that can come in and do it. Guy, so Savva, who would have thought we'd have... Yes, huge dip. No, sorry, Guy. Guy, are you Australian? Joking. I mean, look, we got to a Champions League final and our league form at the same time was horrendous. Listen, this isn't called an anomaly. This is called an anomaly. We can't hark back to, can you believe we got to a Champions League final? That's why we could win a league title. I can't believe we're still doing these conversations. The real one 7 years said, I'm not a Levy fan because I've seen what he's done. As someone explained to me, it'll be different. As I've always seen new owners promise the world and then we get excuses when it fails. Look, all I know is this owner has never shown that he wants to compete for titles. I don't see it changing now. Everyone was saying we're in a title race. We're 8 points off the top. It's not a title race. Yeah. William said, how long will Levy stay at Spurs? It took Pep a few years. Do you mean Postecoglou? Took Pep a few years, so I can't see us winning the league. Yeah, look, you know, Pep won it in his second year, didn't he? First year to get it all sorted, second year to win it, but he added quality. He added quality players. Klopp gone. Yeah, I put my money on Klopp. List Liverpool winning something before us. Liverpool is a football club with a culture of winning. Their fans won't accept it. Their fans won't accept Brennan Johnson's. Their fans won't accept it. John George said 15 years, 11 months, 6 days, and 8 managers sacked since Tottenham last won a trophy. League Cup, Levy. Yes, you were right. I thought I was right. I am 72 and a sports fanatic. I am new to the EPL and really basing my thoughts on how teams in AFL and NRL really need strong benches. Listen, John, I get it. Listen, bro. Listen. I get it, right? But I knew from the moment that you were talking that was the case. And the reason being is, listen, Ange can go to Celtic and do what he did. Ange can do it in Australia, in Japan. We're talking about toppling Liverpool and City. That's without even talking about Arsenal and Villa are in that mix as well. God knows what's going to happen with Man United and their new owners. Chelsea, when are they going to get it right? It's a huge difference. Listen, I believe that he will assemble a very good team. Will he assemble a squad good enough to win a league title? Fingers crossed, John. I want to see it. I want to be wrong. I just can't see it. I look at the amount of work that needs to be done, and then I look at us signing Brennan Johnsons and players like that, and I think we're not serious. Then we're not serious if that's what we're going to buy. Jay Kismet said football changes fast. 1 minute Henson, a couple there. The next minute they'll be gone. Yeah, but look, everyone said you'd struggle this year without your midfield, with your midfield changing, and you're top of the league and still in every competition. Dr. Tottenham said we'd have to win every single match from now on to win the league. It's not impossible, but very unlikely. It's impossible. Bill has said there's a big difference between being patriotic and supporting your fellow Aussie and being proper weird. Look, I like Postecoglou. He's a good manager, but whether we win titles. Listen, there's a huge difference in this conversation between saying, can we win some cups and can we win a title? To win a league title, you've got to have quality throughout the squad. All of these people that were talking about winning a league title in the last couple of months, I just don't know what they are looking at that ever made them think that that was a thing. Big up Irish Hotspur in the house. How you doing, Dave? Hope you're well, brother. Hope you are well. As a Spurs fan, I'm so relieved to hear Arteta say that he's staying at Arsenal. I'm sure all the Arsenal fans are happy as well. Spurs fans laughing at Chelsea, and Poch already has them in a cup final. Yeah. Tough times. Look, big up to everyone. I am going to leave it there. Join me tonight, 7:15 for all the live scores. We'll do a recap on the day's transfer activity live at 7:15 tonight. Just a chilled one. We'll watch the scores come in. Thank you very much for everyone that has taken part. I really appreciate all the likes, all the super chats, all the new subscribers. Please do subscribe on your way out. We should be, 1 second. We should be able to get that to at least 13,010 before the show stops. Smash that button, please. Big up, everyone. Take care. I'll see you tonight at 7:15. See you later, everyone. As always, come on, you Spurs.